Hey, what's good, Game of Thrones fans? This is the Campfire Crew, and we're here to talk about the Winter War and the 3 magic castles. Now, HBO has confirmed that Season 7 will only be 7 episodes, I believe, and delayed. And they've also confirmed that Season 8 will be the last. So that means we're in the home stretch, people, okay? The Great Winter War is upon us. We're finally gonna get the massive attack of White Walkers that we've been waiting for so long. Now, to go along with this theory, which is just a theory, okay? This is complete fan fiction, speculation, and what we're gonna try to do is use some book information and also some clips from the show to try to back this theory up and give it a little bit of legs to stand on. All right, so do me a favor and drop a like on this video. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna let Nate take the first 2 magic castles, and then I'm gonna come in at the end, cover the last magic castle along with a crazy theory to go along with it. Nate, take us away with the first castle.
Magic Castle number 1, Winterfell. Now Winterfell is obvious for several reasons, geographically being one of them. Now, Winterfell was built by Bran the Builder, who was of the First Men during the Age of Heroes, founder of House Stark and first king of the North. Now, Bran the Builder built Winterfell after a very long winter known in tales as the Long Night. Now, what's interesting is during the show, we learned that the Children of the Forest actually created the White Walkers as defense against men. But it was obvious they got out of control, and they ended up having to team up with the men to prevent them from taking over everything. Now, they teamed up with Bran the Builder, and with his help, they were able to build the wall. Now, in building the wall, the Children of the Forest used magic that's obviously ingrained in the wall itself that prevents the White Walkers from passing by.
The wall's not just ice and stone. Ancient spells were carved into its foundations.
Now, this magic, along with Bran the Builder's help in building it, I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious that we can assume that those techniques were also used in the construction of Winterfell. Now, Winterfell is a strong defensive castle, and it's been mentioned several times on the show that a very small force could hold Winterfell from a very large force with relative ease.
And Ned Stark always said 500 men could hold Winterfell against 10,000.
Now, also, Winterfell is loaded with secret tunnels and passages. Bran Stark knows about this, and this all concludes that they would make Winterfell the ultimate stronghold to defend against the giant force, like the White Walkers. Now, the name itself might even point to a sign. I mean, Winterfell. Winter could be the White Walkers, and Winterfell is where they fall. Magic Castle number 2, Storm's End. Now, as the story goes, Duron Godsgrieve, who got his name because he married the daughter of the Storm God and Wind Goddess, built this castle 7 times. 7 times. Now, the first 6 were destroyed by great storms supposedly sent by the gods, if you believe that legend. Now, the 7th time, it held strong, and it's said that the Children of the Forest wove spells into the walls to prevent magic from passing through it. It is also said that a young boy told Duran what he needed to do to build this wall. A young boy who would eventually grow up to be Bran the Builder. Now, this castle has such defensive prowess. It's built with a stone wall around a single drum tower. It is said that it was built to even withstand the gods. Now, keep in mind, this tower has had huge success in the past. This is the same place that Stannis was under siege from the Tyrells and was there for a long time, several months during Robert's rebellion.
Liberating towns from the yoke of the Mad King while I held Storm's End with 500 men.
This is also the place where Davos got his nickname, the Onion Knight.
Some high-born fools call you Onion Knight and think they insult you. So you take the onion for your sigil, and then you made it through the lines. Slipped right through in your little black sail boat with your onions.
With Davos alive and kicking, he would be familiar with this place and its defensive capabilities. And again, like Winterfell, the name is telling. Storm's End, the storm, White Walkers, will end at Storm's End.
Magic Castle number 3, Dragonstone. Now, I realize that Storm's End and Dragonstone seem so far away from everything in regards to the wall, but I refuse to believe that this great big giant war that we've been building up to for so long is just simply going to begin and then end at Winterfell. I want this war to be epic, okay? I want it to spread across Westeros. I don't want it to just be in one little location. I want it to go everywhere. I want to see people getting jacked up all over the place. So with that in mind, let's talk about Dragonstone. It's completely surrounded by water. Now, I don't know if the White Walkers can cross water. I do realize that at Hardhome they did not. I'm not sure it's because they couldn't or because they just chose not to at that time. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they had some kind of trick up their sleeve, like being able to freeze, like, you know, a little bit of water to walk across or something like that. I don't know, maybe steal some dude's ships.
Build me 1,000 ships.
The castle has advanced Valyrian design, strong stone masonry techniques that's been lost to the world, all because of the doom of Valyria. Much like Valyrian steel, okay, which some say was forged with spells and dragonfire. So I don't know. It's possible that some of those same spells was incorporated in building Dragonstone. Now, in Histories and Lore Season 2, Stannis Baratheon had this to say about Dragonstone.
But the Targaryens managed to raise a castle here. Simpletons claim they used ancient Valyrian sorcery, forgetting that the Targaryens brought a small army with them from Essos. There's no magic in strong backs, though admittedly the castle is unlike any in Westeros. Foreign and strange.
The island itself is a volcanic island.
The island itself was and is nothing. It had no gold or gems to lure Valyrian nobility. All it has is rock, mostly a shiny black stone, too brittle for war and too sharp for building. The Targaryens called it dragonglass. I call it useless.
Dragonglass, people? Dragonglass, also known as obsidian.
Must be dragonglass.
Dragonglass?
The maesters call it obsidian.
That, along with Valyrian steel, are the only two known substances that I'm aware of that can even kill White Walkers, and it's surrounding this castle. So now you have a castle that's surrounded by water and surrounded by dragonglass. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty legit place to hold up if you were going to make a stand or if you had to make a stand. Now, it's possible, all right, keep in mind, this is just a theory, all right, so bear with me, but it's possible that all three of these castles play a big role in the war to come. All right, now here's why I think it makes sense. The prophecy calls for three-headed dragon. A lot of people believe that means 3 dragon riders. You've got 3 dragons, so why not have 3 dragon riders to defend 3 magical castles? You see where I'm going with this? Listen, what if, all right, the White Walkers, they cross the wall and they don't just stay together in one pack and attack one location at a time? What if they actually divide up? I don't know anything about their tactics or military training or whatever they're going to do or how they're going to attack. It's possible, right, that they split up and divide to conquer all of Westeros? And if they do that, what if those battles end up at 3 different locations at the same time or close to the same time, so we get 3 awesome battles? Now, I think that makes sense, and that's something that I would like to see. I think it's cool. I like for everything to tie up real nicely. 3, 3, and 3, I think that's cool. Now, you got Jon at Winterfell, riding a dragon warded by Bran. That makes sense, right? I mean, that could happen. You got Dany at Dragonstone, which happens to be the heir of the Targaryen line. You know, at the heir to the throne, that's where they resided at, was Dragonstone, along with Dany's birthplace. I think King's Landing, I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think King's Landing is going to get destroyed during Dany's invasion. Whether it be by her dragons and or wildfire, I don't know if King's Landing is going to be a good place to set up shop at all. Whoever you believe to be the 3rd dragon rider, they go and hold down Storm's End. Now, I couldn't find a connection between the 3rd dragon rider and a historical advantage for them to be at Stone's End like I can the other 2, all right? So whoever you believe that 3rd rider to be, you know, maybe they end up at Storm's End to defend it. So I don't know, guys, that's my theory. I think it's pretty cool. What do you think? Do me a favor, drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, comment in the section below. Do you think this theory has any legs whatsoever to stand on? Do you think it's complete garbage? I'm curious, man. I like talking about this stuff. We love Game of Thrones, and we enjoy talking about it with you guys. So let us know your thoughts on that. Until next time, guys, we're out.